Welcome to your journey of healing with the Healing Podcast, hosted by licensed clinician Monique Owe and co-host Dr. Amber Moan.
Thank you for tuning into the Healing Podcast. I am your host, Monique Owe. Today's episode is What Has Happened in 25 Years? What has happened in 25 years? The reason for that question is, here we are in 2025. If you recall, if you're of a certain age, do you remember December 1999 and Y2K and the frenzy and everything that was going on? And here we are in 2025. And my question to you is, what has happened in 25 years? Like, just do a quick inventory. What has really taken place in your life? I'm sure a lot, because a lot can happen even in a year, let alone 25 years. I'm sure a lot, some ups, some downs, some great highs, maybe some significant lows, but look at you. Here we are. Look at this, 2025. Some people listening may have graduated, may have started a business. The business may be flourishing. Some have started two businesses. One may not, they maybe didn't go so well. You start another one and that one is going well. Vice versa. Maybe you had a flourishing business. You let that one go. You start a new one. It was going well. It's not going well now. Different things happen, right? Some people have gotten married and divorced. Some people have gotten married, divorced, remarried. Some people have gotten married for the first time. Some have had their first child. Some may have lost some loved ones, even lost children. And for those who have had loss, my heart goes out to you and definitely my condolences. And I wish you all the healing that you need to cope with those losses of whatever may have happened or the loss of the loved one. But overall, my whole point is think about 25 years and what has happened and think about the possibilities of what is about to happen. This is just an episode for you to reflect. Not for you to be in self-pity or for you to go down a woe is me path or look at how many negative things has happened to me, but look at what all the things you have overcome. 25 years it's almost like a lifetime, right? It is. And what has happened in that lifetime? What is going to happen going forward? What are the things you're dreaming about? What are the possibilities? What are the things that you've learned? Hopefully in the 25 years, you have learned from those different lessons and the different things you've gone through about what you may need to change or what you may need to do differently. But overall, I hope you have significantly learned from 25 years of life in a good way, right? Sometimes some challenging things need to happen or some negative things need to happen for you to learn. But my whole point is, I hope you have learned. So this episode is just about you giving thought. What has happened? And what will you do now? And how are you going to make it happen? Yes, give it thought, dream about it. But now what's the next step to make sure those things happen or to try to help those things to happen? Rejoice in what has been good. Think about all the good moments. We could always freely name a list of the negative things that have happened, right? We can always do that easily. But if someone asks you, what about the good things? Then you'll struggle because you have to give it thought. Because sometimes those negative things like to take over our lives, and that shouldn't be the case, right? You've had some good things. You've been able to graduate. You've been able to start school. You've been able to raise children. You've been able to start a business. You've been able to meet your life partner. You've been able to get out of a situation that was chaotic and toxic and start over. You've been able to, maybe you lost a home, but regain another home. You've been able to, so what? You own property, but now you have an apartment that's beautiful and you've made it your home. What does that matter? You went from being homeless to now having a home. You went from not having a car to now having a car. You went from not being able to drive and now you do drive. You went from a health condition that you've been able to turn around because you started taking care of yourself a little bit more and a little better. You've been able to just deal with anxiety and control it in a way where it's better for you now, where you have it under control. You've been able to overcome depression. You've been able to meet new people. You've been able to start a new career. You've been able to start a new job. You've been able to get a pay raise in the job that you do have each time and been able to still succeed. All those good things happen. You've had all those good things. So don't worry about those things that did not. This is just a reflection. What has happened in 25 years? What were you able to accomplish? And smile about it. Nothing you were able to accomplish is a small feat, in my opinion. Nothing. Because you accomplished it. People may try to put you down. Don't let them. That was something you wanted to do and you did it. You may have learned how to roller skate. You may have learned or pick up roller skates again. Maybe you did it when you were a child. You picked it back up and now you're doing fine in it and you love it. You may have learned how to ride a bike. You may have learned how to run, to be like a marathon runner when you were a person who never even liked to jog. You see what I'm saying? None of those things are small. You may be a person who at least takes a walk for 5 miles a day now, when before you didn't, you never even walked for a minute. Those are all things that should be celebrated. You lost a significant amount of weight because you wanted to. You gained and bulked up in weight because you wanted to. You changed something. And kudos to you. You gained a certification. You gained a licensure. Or you enrolled in a program you finally wanted to enroll in. You did all those things. You met a wonderful person that loves you. You had to kiss a few frogs, a few toads along the way. Meet some unfortunate, unpleasant women along the way. And look at you now. So you've been able to accomplish all those things in 25 years. And I hope you celebrate that fact. You've been able to come out of financial struggle. Maybe years ago you struggled a lot, and now that is not the case. Years ago you may have been a person that always had to kind of borrow money here and here. Maybe you lived paycheck to paycheck. But at this point, that's not your case. Celebrate that. Maybe you're a person who still lives paycheck to paycheck, but you no longer have to borrow anything. But you're trying to do better and do something more so you don't have to live paycheck to paycheck. Celebrate that. Celebrate that you're here. Because you know what? Some people didn't make it here. Okay, some people did meet their time and they're no longer here. And again, I am sorry for those who have lost, but just understand the grateful blessing of you are here, so do something about it. That's all this episode is about. I don't even have a situation for you. I just want you to do some reflection and be proud of what you've accomplished in 25 years and celebrate what you're about to accomplish and be excited about it because some great things are coming. Here's something positive that I can leave you with. If you can dream it, you can do it. That's by Walt Disney. Again, if you can dream it, you can do it. That's Walt Disney. And we see what Disney is today. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Healing Podcast. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.